And we're live. Well, how's everybody today? Here we go with Play or Pass, which we will talk about this movie, Bad Trip. We're going to give it a play or we're going to give it a pass. So hopefully you guys have all watched this movie. How is everybody in the chat today?
I'm good.
I'm good. Hanging in there.
Rigged voting from what I've seen. There's been ballot harvesting for the movie to be passed. So I dispute this as the calculations are incorrect.
This is fake voting. We got fake voting
exactly. Fake voting. And Andrew has empowered me to give his personal review of the movie later on. So I will be giving 2 reviews today.
Oh, so
I'll be giving 2 also because I'm going to give Eddie's.
Well, I'm only going to do 1.
I'm only going to do 1 because my bride did not watch the movie, so I can't really even say what she thought.
See, here we go. More proof. Yep. If you look in the Telegram, ladies and gentlemen, we just have documented fake voting that his wife never watched it, but she voted to pass.
Did she?
These votings are rigged, inaccurate. This whole thing, because this was my movie pick, it has been rigged against me. There's a personal vendetta, out there to hate my movie.
Yeah,
I can't see Blue liking this movie.
He would hate it, but he just said that she didn't watch it.
I'm trying to think. I turned it on. Maybe she sat in there for a couple minutes, or she walked in and watched it for a minute. She didn't sit down. I watched the whole thing. She did not sit down and watch the whole thing. Maybe she caught a bit and piece and then went back downstairs to watch other shows. So, all right. Well, we're going to talk about this movie, Bad Trip. And at the end, we will do it a play or pass. We'll also talk about the Telegram voting. And you guys over there, I see Willa and Leon, Nookie, Red. If you guys watch this movie, chime in. Or if you'd like to come on the show, and if you guys want to come on the show, you can give and voice your opinion without having to do a whole lot of type. So, anything else that before we get started?
No, that should be it. Do you want to start with Andrew and Eddie's first, or?
Well, they're not here, so yeah, we'll let their choice be first. Hold on a second. Let me allow this. I wanted this one. Here we go. So yeah, I wanted to pull up the photos. So why don't you, since you have the vote for Eddie and what his opinion of this movie is, you go ahead and chime in what his thoughts were on this.
I really can't. I can't talk much Canadian.
Just say A whenever you want someone to agree with you.
Okay.
And say sorry a lot.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry works too.
Hey, here is my review of Bad Trip. Sorry. As a big pass. I found the first 10 minutes interesting. Music was great. Then after that, found the movie all slapstick, and to me, looked more like improv.
It was
being mad as it goes. Few jokes, but nothing to write home for me. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So anybody that's all the people that do watch this show on a regular basis knows that Eddie is from Canada. So I think Alban, you did a great job in channeling your inter-Canadian.
Channeling my inter-Canadian. Thank God I didn't have to do it in French.
Right.
Yeah, because he would have had it a little bit of a French accent with it. So he's away hanging out with family for this on today, so that's why he's not able to join us on the panel. So all right. Which one of anybody else you guys want to give your thoughts?
I guess I'll go ahead and give Andrew's review.
Okay.
Hold on, let me channel my inner Andrew.
Your inner,
all right, here
your
we
inner
go.
UK.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. What a load of crap. I mean, I thought last week's movie Stray, I gave that a pass. This was even a bigger piece of shite than that one. You know, I've had to listen to Beaches for 2 years giving me crap about the movies that I had to pick, like Apartment 23, how horrible they were. Now I finally get to give it back to him, and what a load of crap this movie was. Hated it, couldn't stand it. I think it's the worst movie we've ever had to watch.
Whoa, shots fired.
Excellent player pass. So it definitely 2 thumbs down from me.
Damn,
Man.
Beach, he come after
Yeah.
you with
Yep.
guns
It is
blazing,
shot
man.
fired.
Personal vendetta.
Damn,
Yep.
person. I mean, called you out. I mean, I think he's been saving it up, waiting for you to bring a bad movie that he could just
Rip
dog out.
into. So there you go.
Yeah. Mm. Well, I'll give my opinion, then I'll let you guys go. I won't say it's a horrible movie, and it really wasn't a horrible movie. My opinion is if you are a fan of the TV or the movie series Jackass, you will like this movie. It is not a cookie cutter of Jackass, but very close similarity to that, where they do things in public to shock people and film them and then get their permission to show their faces after they kind of spoof these people in front of it, and then the people you see that they didn't get their permission, you see they're all blurred out. But
Yeah.
so if you're a person that enjoys the Jackass series, this is going to fall right in there. I did have laughs on this movie. I did laugh a number of times. There were a number of places where I laughed because they were just so outrageous. Now, did I feel like it was set up and staged a lot because they would have some actors around the regular people, the public that they were kind of spoofing on? So some points felt like it was really staged to not be as real as it could. I did find parts of it funny, but there is a large swath of people that are not going to like this movie. The toilet humor and the naked and the dick jokes or the dick pranks are going to fall on deaf ears for a lot of people. So for that, I can see where a lot of people are not going to like it. But I did laugh. I did laugh a number of times in it. The part when they went into the restaurant, when the girl, was it Tiffany? Was it Tiffany?
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish.
When
Yeah.
she went into that restaurant and she says, "I'm looking for these 2 motherfuckers. If you see this motherfucker, they stole my car," and she's going table to table with this paper, and all the people are like, very taken back. I was laughing during that, and then she leaves and she says, "I'm killing them motherfuckers," and then she has the staple gun. And I laughed. I did really laugh out loud when she was like stapling these things on the wall, right? And then she's yelling and she goes out there and she's like she pops the staple gun in the air. And she's like, cock, cock, cock. And the people jump like, she's got a gun. And he goes, "It's a staple gun."
It's a staple gun.
I mean, I really laughed out loud at that part. I mean, that was a real laugh because I wasn't expecting that. But I can see where this is going to fall short with a lot of people. So I can't say it was horrible. Definitely not the worst movie we've seen. I can't say that at all. But I can see where a large segment of the population is not going to get in with this. I'm going to say Jackass humor because that's what it was like. Because I didn't realize this guy, one of the co-stars here,
Eric Andre?
yeah, he was in Jackass, and I didn't realize that until I was looking up Jackass movies, and I saw that he was in it, and I was like, "Oh, well, no wonder you're doing this type of humor." Remind me of Bad Grandpa kind of thing, so catching people. So
done by the same guy.
yeah, yep. So that's my thought on it. So I'm not dogging it out completely, but I gave you some things that were good about it, I guess. So that's my thought on this movie.
Okay, I guess I'll go quick. I love the movie. I thought it was hilarious. You know, granted, both times I saw them in big screen with everyone else, and you know, in there we all still liked the movie. It was funny. You know, who's to say what calls what true humor? You know, humor is if it makes me laugh, it's funny. You know, we have to be we become so political correct about things that what we can't laugh at if something's wrong. If we laugh at a pink Cadillac going down the road with bad bitch on the back of it, and the sister that steals a cop car and rips the door off of it and driving by giving the fingers to everybody.
And where was the cop at?
Right.
At the donut store.
Yeah.
He's at the donut shop. I'm like, come on.
It was hilarious. It was so many little things that they did in there that I think were great. You know, this poor girl, he goes all the way to New York to go and see her at a gallery, and completely ruins the place. I thought that was so funny. I really did. I had problems catching my breath because it was so funny. That's it from me.
Well, for me, I started watching it by myself, and after 15 minutes, I was so mad and pissed off that I shut it off. So then I told the boys that, and they said, "Well, just come watch it in big screen. It's better if you watch it with other people." So I did. The first 15 minutes, I still didn't laugh, but I did laugh. So I laughed out loud at least twice, and as I've said many times, if it makes me laugh more than once an hour, it's okay in my book. So according to my rules, I have to say this is okay. I didn't like the movie, but it did make me laugh two or three times. Two guys with their dicks stuck in a
Chinese finger
Chinese
trap.
finger trap
was funny. A guy getting raped by a mountain gorilla.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
Excuse me.
But
it was consensual.
It was consensual. Well, I don't know about consensual. I don't know about consensual.
Well, he went back in. He wanted to
he
go
went back in.
He did go in for seconds.
Yeah, once you go furry, you never go back.
Yeah.
I myself am not a big Eric Andre fan, and I really don't. I don't like Tiffany Haddish when she tries to be funny. I don't like either of their humor, but it did make me laugh. And I like Little Rel a lot, and he was funny in this movie. So it did eke out a play for me, just because it made me laugh, and I would recommend it to people that like the Jackass style of humor. That's it. I would never watch this movie a second time, but I did watch it once, and it did make me laugh a few times. So that's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, this was my choice. I'm the one who put it on the wheel. So if you hated it, blame me. Fine, I can take it. But the reason I put it on there, because I knew I was expecting the vote really to be 50-50, because I knew some people would just totally hate it, because you have to have a sick sense of humor. And was it hilarious nonstop through? No, there were funny parts. Like I said, to me, and Red said, the thing with the whole scene with the gorilla, that just cracked me up. And there are so many things, like they go into the restaurant, and at the very end when they do their white chicks rip off, they're in the Hamptons at the dance party. So there was a lot of things that just made me laugh. So it was just one of those things. Nucky had found the movie. We were just doing a movie night in big screen, and she just had Googled something, and this movie came up. We watched it, and we laughed. I think there were 4 or 5 of us in there that night to watch it and laughed. And I told Autumn that night, I said, well, that's going on the wheel. I said, that's going on the wheel. I just want to see what other people think about it. And that's fine. It's like if it was a musical, I would be putting a pass all day long, because I can't stand them. And if you don't like stupid humor, then I totally understand why you don't like that. Doesn't mean we shouldn't watch it, because we've watched good and we've watched bad, and that's why we just in here to watch stuff. And the majority stuff that comes out nowadays, anyways, is total crap.
Right.
And so, what the heck? It was something different. We haven't watched a movie like this in pop before. So,
Oh
that's
yeah.
why
What didn't we watch that other Tiffany Haddish movie in pop once before? The one with the school with Little Rel? Wasn't there like Little Rel was going for a diploma or something?
Oh, I don't
Did
remember
we
that
watch
one.
Yeah,
I,
it does sound familiar.
I don't remember. I just know we hadn't, to my recollection, we hadn't had a movie like this, Jackass type movie or whatever.
Well,
So
we
I
did the
figured,
Jackass Forever. We did do,
We
and
did?
that
Did
yeah.
no? I don't
Hold on,
think.
I'm
I
season
don't know.
5.
Maybe Bad
Season
Grandpa.
5. No, season 5, episode 11. Hold on, I'll send you the
No, you can tell. I mean,
yeah.
we trust you on it, but I just
I
don't
don't remember it.
put it this way, we watched a lot of movies in here
Right,
that
right.
I'm glad I forgot I watched them.
Yeah. Child 44.
Ugh.
What about Chucky?
This part,
Uh,
I did kind of chuckle. No, I didn't laugh when when he gets married to her and he kisses her, then the priest kisses him, throwing him the
mhm,
tongue, and then
yeah.
starts kissing his bride, and they start all three. I did chuckle a little bit at that part, but by then this is near the end of the movie. And, you kind of already
Yeah.
been shocked
But
as much as you can be shocked.
right, but I gotta say though something about this. What I thought was really good was that because a normal person could have just watched this movie not realizing everything that we did, like all the blurred faces
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But at the end of this movie, by the way how that they went back to show that hey, this all was a joke, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and I can't see how someone could still be mad at it because it was all this stuff that we watched today of pranks on TV or pranks on TikTok or all this other stuff. You know, we're going into it knowing that. We
Hmm.
went into this movie not knowing that this is what we were in for. That what they made a movie of prankish stuff that we normally see all the time.
Yeah, and this is like a Marvel movie where you have to watch the credits where they go back and
Yeah.
show the people, like they go back to the restaurant and they show
Yeah.
the one woman that
Yeah.
there. Then when
Oh,
they show the people that were at the zoo that saw the gorilla and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to, that was really good when they go back and show the people that they were being pranked. So
mhm.
yeah,
Well,
And
the
those
one
people that got pranked, they're like, oh, come on, because then when they
Yeah,
realize,
yeah.
oh, really, like like a gorilla was gonna really jizz all over this guy's face. You
that's
know what
right.
I'm
And just
saying?
by the
Yeah.
way, if you remember, the gorilla's name was Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I did when that woman at the restaurant, the older woman that was at the
Yeah.
bar at the bar eating,
She
and
was funny.
she says, "I seen it. I seen him. I
Yeah.
have eyes. I've been a police officer." And she
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
and
she was.
and the guy beside her's like, "Shh, stop it, stop it.
Shut up.
You
Shut
talk
You
too
up.
talk too
much."
much.
Yeah. And I mean, she was
Yeah.
cracking me up. So I mean, like I said, that was to me one of the funnier scenes on it. I if I had so Jackass movies to me are a lot of people getting injured, and so to me,
Right.
Jackass, I would say that this is probably in the realm of the Bad Grandpa because it
Yeah.
said by the makers. Bad Grandpa was better than this.
Yeah.
I thought. I thought some of their stuff was a little more shocking. The restaurant scene for that one was funny, but yeah, it's going to take a certain person to like this kind of movie, and it will shock you. But yeah, I don't mind. I didn't mind the shocking of it, and because I think I think we've all become, or society's become, too politically correct about everything. You know, you can't say this, you can't say that, and it's like when we come to humor, humor should be comedy should be what you like. If you don't like that kind of comedy or that comedian, then you don't listen to them or don't support them. You're just like, that's not my thing. But if it is something that hits a chord with you, that is funny, and I do like that it's, you know, making fun of things outside of the norm. I enjoy movies like that. But this one, I'm with Roger. I would never watch this a second time. And I just think that most people would be not so much. You know, it's like not a fan. So I don't know.
It's like a Jackass movie without the charm.
Well, yeah. And people didn't get hurt on this one like they do
Right.
Jackass, because
Yeah.
those people get some of the stuff they do is I don't want to see
Stupid.
people get injured.
Yeah, I mean this had a plot line
Yeah.
sort of to it. It had a story to it, you know. So this made it different, you know. Like I said, I liked it because I like stupid stuff, you know, and I totally understand if somebody didn't like it.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about picking different movies.
Well, I thought that one of the parts when I did watch the scenes at the end, and you see that one guy when they were in the bar, and was that the one they
Yeah.
were in Fayetteville? And he was
Yeah,
at the bar
when
and he was
came
walking
out
around
and he
peeing.
wanted to shoot pool, yeah. And he's like,
And that
"Popcorn,
one,
Wait
and
for
that
me.
one,
popcorn."
yeah, that one guy was ready to whoop his ass.
Yeah,
he was.
And I wonder about that a lot of times when you see stuff like that when they spoof people in public. Who is a person that ain't there to take no shit? You know what I mean? That person that's looking to bust somebody upside the head. So I did find that kind of funny.
But they got, you know, guards around. You know,
Oh yes, of course they stopped it.
at
But
that point.
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
I mean that's why the guy was saying, you know, what's the safe word? The safe word was popcorn. So that's why, you know, if somebody's, and that's what happened. The guy threw his shot glass down, started walking behind him, and he going, popcorn, popcorn.
yeah, he says, I've had enough of
popcorn.
this. I've had enough of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it had its parts, its points, its place, but yeah. Let's see. We got I see. Yeah. One of the points about Blazing Saddles, and that's true. I mean, that movie in that time, you could take a lot of those movies from the 70s or early 80s. Would never fly today.
Wouldn't get away with it.
Would never,
and
ever,
that was
ever.
funny stuff. And that's
It was
the problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem that you know, people today are coming up and saying they take offense to everything. Yeah. Well, then how is it going to be comedy if it's not going to offend you?
Yes, it has to shock you. Comedy
Right.
does. That's what's funny when you get shocked. That's when you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that.
Nowadays, you probably cannot. You definitely couldn't get away with a Don Rickles or an early Richard Pryor.
No.
Red Fox.
No way. No way.
And they would get canceled so fast nowadays.
Yeah.
You know.
Louis C.K. can't even do stand up anymore.
No, he can't. No. It's the same. Because these guys were funny.
Yeah. And it is sad that we get to that. But again, I'm a believer in if you don't like something, you don't support it. And to me, that's the best way for, I want to say it's like a free market system with comedy, because if someone says something that offends you or bothers you or you don't like, well, you're never going to watch them again. You're not going to support them. You're not going to watch a movie or TV show or a stand-up they do. But if you do find it funny, you're going to support it. So to me, it's if someone takes it too far, guess what? Nobody's going to watch them or support them. So, you know, let the free market society decide on that type of comedy. And
we've got to a point now where the comedians don't feel that they're funny anymore, and they're hurting themselves over it. You know what I mean? Comedians, you know, you take some of the greatest comedians, and you find out that, you know, they didn't think anyone funny, like Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor went through most of his life thinking that he didn't think people thought he was really funny. You know,
Well,
and
he
it's
tried.
the
Remember
same.
early on, he did a lot of clean humor though.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah,
work
he
though.
did. That didn't work.
It
But
didn't work. He
and when he
tried it.
wanted the other
That wasn't.
stuff, and
But he wasn't him either. He was trying to be somebody he wasn't.
yeah, but he's even talking about his dirty stuff.
Mhm.
People didn't think that that people liked him, and for a guy, even Robin Williams, another one, who is so funny, and another one who goes through life thinking that, oh, I'm not funny, and they reclude themselves and hide from that public.
Yeah,
It's harder now to be a stand-up touring comedian than it ever has been in the past.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely,
yeah, I could see
definitely,
that.
because you can't even say anything back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay is not a comedian in today. He
No.
can't do his act. No
No,
way.
you couldn't. Nope,
Yeah.
Sam
And-
Kinison can't do his act.
nope.
it's I want to say when we watched or we haven't reviewed it, but what was it? Old Dads.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Old Dads, wasn't that
Yep.
the
Well,
more
that's
recent
the
movie?
movie. Yeah.
Another great movie in giving you what it. And we sound like such old fuckers, and I guess
We are.
We are.
We are.
But what we tolerate, what we dealt with, and how we were not as sensitive about things as it is now, and that's a perfect that movie does all over that of
Right.
this was acceptable at one point. Now it's you
Mhm.
can't say that.
You can't say that.
It is it's so ironic, but it's true. It's like, wait, at what point do you stop that
Oh,
being?
man.
Think back how funny we all thought Eddie Murphy Delirious was.
Oh,
He's so homophobic in that he would get
yes. Oh,
canceled.
yes. Remember, he was walking and he says, "I have to keep turning quick."
Yeah.
And he
Uh-huh.
said, "I got to
Yeah.
keep turning because I don't know where the gay section is, and I don't want you staring at my ass too much,
Yeah.
making it hot."
Yeah.
I cracked up at that. I mean,
It was funny. It's still
funny.
funny.
It
Yeah.
is, but it wasn't. But I don't know. We
Mom was
again. It's what was accepted then, and I guess And
But come on, we went to school with monkey bars that were just all metal, okay,
Oh,
and
yeah.
concrete. Yeah.
Yeah.
monkey bars. What about the not the spin? What was that? Merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah.
What about the merry-go-round that you
I'm-
would get that as fast as you could get it?
Mm-hmm.
How many
Kids
buddies
flying off of it.
had broken
Not having to wear
collarbones
no
from that
helmet.
one?
Hey, we're
Oh,
from
yeah.
the era where you didn't have to wear a helmet to ride a
Yep.
bike.
Yep.
Right.
Back in my day. So yeah, it's it is a different, but I can see where Beach and where you guys, there was good points in this movie. There were funny parts, but some people are not going to hit on that.
Mhm.
So I don't know. There are some funny movies out. I did watch a stand up. I got to find out who the comedian was. We watched it just a couple weeks ago, and I was rolling on the couch. And I'll let you guys post it in Play or Pass when I get there. And it might be on Netflix. It might be one of the newer Netflix stand ups, but funny.
Funny guy.
And again,
It wasn't that guy that did Saturday Night Live a couple weeks back, because this guy he's from
God, what was that kid's
I'd say
name?
Tennessee, and I mean this guy, I was crying. I was crying. This guy was so funny.
yeah, I'll have to look. I have to scroll back on my
Mm-hmm.
recently watched. I'm sure it's on my history, but
Yeah.
I'll look at it and I'll post in the room and see if you guys want to watch. I can't remember who it was. So so let's go ahead. Let's roll through this and
Just want to check those
Yeah.
stars.
Stars. I put up some of these.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yep.
Okay.
Comedy should not be policed. I normally don't like jackass humor, but I really like this movie. Yep, Will. For myself, Bad Trip should have been called Bad Film. Had a few funny spots. where I laughed, but couldn't wait for it to finish. There's Leon. All right. Yeah. Oh, Jim. For me, it's the worst movie of 2023. Let's see, Nook. You got to be in the zone to watch a dumb movie, and it's true. If you're not in the mood, to watch something in that, yeah, I could 100%. You could be in the mood to watch something like this and find it funny, or if you're not in the mood, you could absolutely hate it.
I would just like everyone who didn't like the movie, when you get a chance, like back in the old days, I'd ask you to, post your what you think is humor, and play it past, and we'll discuss those movies too.
Well, I mean, one thing Jim said he thinks this is the worst movie of 2023. We have one more player pass before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Since Bad Trip was picked, I get to have a new choice for the wheel, and it just may be a purposely horrible movie. It could be Cocaine Shark.
Just to find one where
well, there's Cocaine Panther too.
Yeah,
That's like
Cocaine Cougar.
I really want to make you guys watch Shakes the Clown sometime.
Oh yeah, I've watched that.
It's hilarious. It's horrible. It's really,
It's
really
horrible,
bad, but it makes me
but it
freaking
does
giggle.
Me too.
It's Bobcat.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get to our votes, so then we can start talking about all of our some of the other movies and shows that are out at this time, or something where we talk about some of our recommendations, and people over in the side chat can also give some input of what they think. So we'll start with the panel here, folks over on the side. Player pass, and you know the rules by this. Play means that you would recommend this to other people to watch, that these are people that you like, that you would like them to watch that because this was so funny to you. Pass means you would not want to put your name on this movie. You don't want these folks hunting you down at lunchtime to give you an ass whooping out in the back. So we're going to go ahead with that. Was Roger, I see you at the bottom there. So Roger, play or pass?
This is a soft play for me because, like I said, it made me laugh. And I would recommend it to people that like the Jackass genre. So, in those narrow stipulations, I've got to give it a play under that.
Okay. All right. The Beach, the Beast, Gorilla. What do you think? Play or pass?
I give it a play, but Andrew gives it a pass.
Okay, so it was a play and a pass from the panel there. Aubin.
It's a play for me and a pass for Eddie.
All right, play and a pass for you, and for me, I give it a pass. Again, I am with Roger on that. That there are people, and there are people that will enjoy this, but I don't think it's a wide range.
Just because you're hanging out with Canadians now, and you don't have any true American friends,
No, so again, it did make me laugh at some points, but I just couldn't. I wouldn't want my name on this if I recommended this to people, and that was what we go by with play. Is I would recommend this, and I would not want them to come back and say, "What the hell? I just wasted an hour and a half of my time."
It's a very narrow venue of people that I would recommend it to. Yeah, they have to be Jackass fans. If they're not Jackass fans, they're not going to like it.
Yep. So over in the side chat, basically we had all plays except for one. I know that Leon said a pass for him, but everybody else had a play over in the side chat.
Wait, Jim didn't like it either.
Jim gave it a pass.
Yeah, Jim gave it a pass.
Did
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it was the worst.
Oh, there it is. I'd give it. All right, I'm sorry. I was looking at Rednecks, Wilma, Nookie. All right, so yes, Jim gives it
what
a pass.
Was Red? Was Red a play?
Red
was a play.
A play.
Okay, good.
He has good taste.
Yeah. No, because I was just looking for 3 more plays.
Okay, so
in the Telegram.
Hold on a second. Well,
in the rigged Telegram votes.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so in the Telegram, it was a pass, or what was that?
It was 5 plays and 9 passes.
It's 9
Which-
to 5. Okay.
Two of those passes
Yeah,
are
shouldn't count,
false and should not be counted.
They should not be.
You're throwing out votes.
I'm
Yep.
damn right I'm throwing out. They are
Yeah.
not official votes.
They were
Yeah, I
votes out of Georgia
didn't-
or Maryland, so we're throwing them votes out. No.
That's right.
But this one came from Canada, so I don't know.
The one that came from
Yeah.
the other one is Birch, and he doesn't watch
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah, he
He
don't watch
just votes. He just chimes in a poll every week and just puts pass. It doesn't matter what it is.
So all right. So if we going by the panel, so what are we 3-3 on the panel? Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 3-3
Yep.
there. We're looking over in the side chat. That was more people over in the side chat actually said play over
Those
pass.
guys are drunk though.
Yeah. So this is a tough one. I mean, so
Yeah.
do we give it the?
it gets a pass. Yeah,
It gets the pass. We'll
I'll
accept
suck
that.
it up. I'm sucking up. I'll take it as a pass. I can handle.
Yeah, we
picking
can play
a
this game.
loser.
We can play this game. We like passes. You know, we can
That's
play this
right.
game.
Why
That
do a
toilet
poop
flush
emoji?
is, yeah, that toilet flush is in stereo, you know.
I know it when it does this because it's in
Yeah.
this ear and all of a sudden whoosh, it's into this ear. So thanks to Beach's great work on our entrance, but it was a narrow. That's a narrow one there on the pass. So we'll go with that. So so guys, moving on to other topics, we do tend to take the second half of the show where we will talk about TV shows or movies that may be of interest to the folks that are watching, as well as some of us on the panel that we may want to check out. So what the floor is open for new content that you'd want to suggest to you guys.
Well, I watched Obliterated this
me too.
last week, and it's okay. It's worth a watch. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It's not, you gotta suspend belief right away, but I think they're pretty open with the fact that it's a tongue-in-cheek movie. That they're not trying to be real. They're not trying to be real, and it's worth watching. It was fun.
Well, I talk about a lot like dick and ass jokes.
Right.
This show is full of those kind of humor. So if you're not into sex and dicks and all that humor is full in this show. So again, if you're not into that kind of stuff, you're not gonna like it.
And most of the girlies get their titties out.
I'll have to watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
And
well, you get to see some dicks though.
Yeah, there's some dicks in it too.
There's some dicks in it, so for the ladies, there's some. It was an equal opportunity movie, TV series.
C. Thomas Howell's character in it is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
When they're drinking. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but it's funny. Yeah. There's plenty of laughs in it.
What about this Monarch, guys? I know Blue and I have been watching this.
I'm waiting to get to it.
Blue and I have been watching it.
My kids love it.
Yeah.
I just haven't started it yet. I'm waiting for it all to get done.
Yeah, we've watched. What's it been? 3 episodes have been out, I think.
The 4th one just dropped last night.
Okay, so yeah, we've watched 3 episodes. It has a lot of potential. You don't see enough of the monsters or the monarchs yet.
Oh, no?
You see some,
okay.
but they're not. It's not. They're stretching along on it. You'll see a little bit, and so we are optimistic on this series. We're going to continue to watch it. It still hasn't hit 2 thumbs up. We're kind of like, okay, this is enough to keep us watching, but for us folks that like these kind of things, I think that it's going to work.
Okay. Because that we'll have to retranslate that back in the U.S. English humor You know,
It's not a humor.
What, you don't think it's funny when Godzilla stamps on all these people? You know, did anyone talk about this one here? But there was a Godzilla -1.
That's
Did
not out
anybody
yet,
watch that?
though.
No,
That's
I
not
thought
out.
they came out
Yeah, I don't
already.
think that's out yet.
No,
I
that's
think
not
that
out?
that's
Okay,
it's
that's
it's
one we're waiting on.
it's
Okay.
trending. It's a movie that's
Mhm.
trending because
Okay.
I think it comes out in 2024.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking to watch that too.
Mm-hmm.
All my big brothers are over, which sucks.
Uh-huh.
It's to another show, and Roger, this is probably in your wheelhouse. This Sweet Home, which is a Korean TV show that
Yeah.
Netflix bought
Mhm.
because I told you guys last year when they had that strike, all these movie companies are just going to buy series from other countries
Yep.
when the strike,
Yep.
and they did. They bought this. This is not a bad series if
It
you're
looks good.
if
I'm
you
gonna
kind
watch
of
it.
if you're willing to watch a movie that's from a foreign country. And I think I'm trying to remember, did we read it or was it dubbed? I want to say we had to read it, but I'm not 100% on that. But
Normally not if it's Netflix.
but it
They'll
wasn't
dub it. Yeah.
it actually was pretty interesting premise with that I don't want to say zombie, but it's monster, because the
Mhm.
Koreans love to make monsters.
Yeah.
So we watched all that. I've seen that it's still trending on Tracked. If you're into some of this sci-fi horror slash, but it's not super horror. It is a pretty decent thing. Again, Blue loves the Korean stuff,
Yeah.
and she started watching, and then I started watching. I'm like, well, okay, it's not too bad. So I wasn't sure. I know you, Roger. I know that you enjoy
Yeah.
that kind of.
This is on my
movies.
list to watch. And I want to get back to that other one that Blue told me about. I think it was called Home,
Okay.
another Korean one.
There are a lot of good ones.
She's watching. She's going through so many right now. She is in any show she's watching now. It's almost all Korean. Like she's watching Voices right now. She has 2 other ones that they finished that she absolutely loved. So she's found there's a lot of. And she said one of the things she said to me the other night. She says the Koreans do a good job of making you enjoy a character and
Mhm.
even the minor characters you care about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the
And she
truth.
says, whereas sometimes, Hollywood tends to, if you even care about the main character, but they won't give you, you don't care about the other characters in the
Mhm.
show. She says, but the Koreans do a good job of doing that and make you laugh and cry in the same episode. I
Yeah.
said, well, fair point.
I am watching For All Mankind again, and it's a good series. I mean, it's well done.
Mhm.
It's sci-fi, so I love it,
Um,
and I really like Joel.
mhm.
What is it, Kinnerman? What's Yeah, I think that's his name, Joel Kinnerman.
There's the studio A24 that does all those movies. They're going to be putting most of the stuff to HBO Max. Believe it or not, HBO Max really is just going to basically, I guess they bought like the contract for all the A24 movies, and
Yep.
they're going to be doing them. So something to keep in mind. Also, since I know that how much I can't stand Nicolas Cage, but he's looking to say goodbye to movies now and try out TV. And he wants to, because he's got like over 100 credits, and so now to his name, so now he wants to do some TV to really get in everybody's head.
Yeah, I'm not a Nick Cage fan at all. So,
right.
but I would watch him on TV to see
Mhm.
if he just plays Nick Cage again, which I'm sure he
Right.
will, because that's about his
That's really good.
range.
He does great at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you went into Monk, but
Monk?
they just Monk.
Yep.
They just did a Mr. Monk's Last Case. It's a movie.
Oh,
So keep your eyes open for Tony Shalhoub with that one. What was I going to say? There was another one I thought I one more. They're doing a Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, I seen
series
that. They're
in Prime.
they're
Prime.
they're doing the what's that guy's name? Glover. What's his name? God damn it.
The guy who did Atlanta, ATL, right?
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Is it Danny Glover? No,
Danny?
that's
No, that's
that's
the other guy.
yeah. That's the old black guy.
Yeah.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that, but I'm not sure who's going to be the girl.
The girl is
yeah. Track doesn't
she's a
have.
Chinese. Hold on. Oh, this is a.
Here we go.
YouTube link. God damn.
This one here.
Yeah, I don't recognize her. Maya Erskine, huh? Chinese girl with a Jewish name. Strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that says 2024. Okay. February. So
yeah.
just a couple months away.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out, in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Before we forget, we have stuff tonight. I
Okay.
didn't get to check a time. Dave, did you get a time?
Oh, it's 8:00.
8 o'clock.
Rough and
For
Rowdy is 8:00 tonight.
Rough and Rowdy, 8 o'clock tonight. We'll be doing that in the big screen, of course. There's
And then tomorrow 7:30
Tomorrow-
is Redneck Brawl 3.
okay.
4, I'm sorry, Redneck Brawl 4 at 7:30.
Yep. And we have a song versus Gutierrez tomorrow night. UFC 10 p.m. for the main card, 7:30 for the prelim.
Who's the main card? Anthony Smith?
No. Song Ladong and Gutierrez. What was Gutierrez's first name? Against. It's not telling me which Gutierrez that is.
Yeah, Chris Gutierrez.
Okay.
Anthony Smith's the co-main, and Khalil Roundtree.
Right. That ought to be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be a great fight.
Yeah.
How do you bet against Khalil Roundtree? I think he's on a five winning streak.
Yeah. Right. We also have Battle of Bonita 8 at 12 p.m. tomorrow on Saturday. And there's also and then there's also Octagon 50 tomorrow. Keita versus Samson Denis. That'll be at 1 p.m. So I guess I'll be out there early with those earlier fights tomorrow too.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
Peter Holmes.
Yeah.
Peter
what
Holmes.
happened on?
I Am Not Evil.
Died?
That's who I watched.
Oh, that was the name of it?
Peter Holmes is funny.
That is funny. I was on the couch, not inebriated or nothing, and I was laughing so hard at one point I was having to wipe the tears out of my eyes.
Yeah, I like him. He's funny.
I was having to look back at my history. I'm like, I know we watched it. It's been a couple weeks back, so. So what about? I didn't hear Beach hasn't chimed in with anything that he's been watching. any movies or TV shows that's
Yeah,
Put it
because you
this
guys
way,
didn't like it.
I've been watching a lot of movies that have high IMDb ratings that absolutely suck.
Stuck.
Yeah, I watched one today called Foe. It's supposed to be kind of science fiction based. I know nobody would like it. I watched The Holdovers because I like Paul Giamatti. I think he's a great actor, but I know nobody would like it. So I've been watching a ton of forgettable movies.
forgettable.
That's it. I sit
Mhm.
there and I look at 7.9 on IMDb.
Can't go by that.
And I watch it and it's like, who are these people?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's I just been a new movie comes out, I watch it, and it's just been there's not been one thing to talk about.
So-
I can't think.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you guys this, since this is not gonna hit our it's not gonna hit Player Pass. I don't believe so. Oppenheimer, which was highly regarded, made a shit ton of money last year or this year. Everybody, Oppenheimer. Have you guys watched this movie?
It's
Yeah.
meh.
Mhm.
It's just meh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the buzz was about.
It's okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know, because all the people they put in it, and I didn't think that was or
So
what
you
it
have a
should
bunch
have
of
been.
popular,
Right.
big actors. That doesn't. I mean, to me, the story was all right. I think
Mhm.
it was meh. Yeah.
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 I mean,
No,
I
mean,
definitely
it
wouldn't have
was
went to the theater to see it.
well
I would
put
have
this
been
way.
pissed.
There was so much
Mhm.
hype about it, and it's just 90% of movies suck.
Mhm.
But
They're forgettable or they're meh.
It-
It's
but
like
is
it
it?
wasn't great. I don't regret watching it, but was it memorable? What I no.
But is it because everybody gets a hard on for Christopher Nolan?
Mhm.
Yes.
I
Yes.
whenever
Yeah.
he makes a movie, everybody's, oh, it's so great. I watch his movie. What was it? Tenet. Didn't he do Tenet?
Oh
Yeah,
God, that
we
was
didn't
I
like
watched
that
bad.
it
one.
It was
three. I
horrible.
Oh
watched
no,
it 3
horrible.
times, and
Yeah.
all 3 times, I'm like, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What? I, I mean, maybe my brain is so small that I can't absorb the
No, that one was fucking
timelines
stupid,
and the
Todd.
this and that. It is like, but everybody was like, "Oh, it's such a great movie." No, it wasn't.
No.
And
That's
this one,
what
like,
I
okay,
mean the only new movie I haven't watched yet is the Killer of the Flower Moon.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that just came. That
because
just dropped last week.
it's another 3.5 hour movie,
Yeah,
and
Mhm.
I have just not blocked off
Mhm.
time yet. Maybe Tuesday night or something. When there's no football on to watch in the evening.
Mhm.
But it's just like,
I've not heard a whole lot of good stuff about it. I've heard a lot of mediocre shit about it. So I'm
well,
not.
this was released on October 20th
Yeah.
at the theater.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are we? This is the
December
8th
8th.
of December.
8th.
So
Mhm.
we're not even sick. We're 45 days in
Mhm.
yeah.
that it
So
that it hit.
that tells you right away it didn't do great.
Right.
That it's already streaming.
Well,
Right.
who's gonna go to the theater for 3.5 freaking hours?
Right.
That's just too much to ask, really.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless you get unlimited popcorn,
Right.
But no, but
unlimited
the point.
popcorn and drinks.
But these idiots don't even have the nerve to say, "Okay, I'm giving you a 3-hour movie. I want you to go to the movie theater to see it. I'm not even giving you an intermission in between it."
Oh, they got
God
pissed
damn
when
it!
they got
Yeah.
pissed
know-
when a theater owner put an intermission in, and Scorsese was pissed.
Man.
Now it'd
Well,
be great if you're a young kid or say high school kids or young
Mhm.
people wanting to go to a movie that you can make out for. Hey, we're going to see Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, that's a 3.5 hour makeout session. It's
Mhm.
probably a half
Yeah.
empty movie theater.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get pretty handsy in that.
Get
You
a
got
couple
plenty
of
of time.
handies in there.
Okay, you got plenty of time. So, all right. Well, I definitely I didn't realize Rough and Rowdy was tonight. I knew something was on tonight.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah,
I mean, the
You
one
should
to
have
really
joined. You
watch
should have joined
tomorrow
us the
is
other day.
Redneck Brawl.
yeah, Redneck
Yeah.
Brawl's
I'm telling you,
tomorrow,
Redneck
right?
Brawl will be
It's gonna
better
be good.
than Rough and
Mhm.
Rowdy.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you that.
No, it all depends on the cameraman. You can't jump to any conclusions too quick. It's always
Yeah,
it's
but
always the
after put it
cameraman.
this way, after the last Rough and Rowdy, which
Yeah.
sucked. I mean, even
Uh-huh.
Dave Portnoy
Yeah.
said that he was not happy with the fight card.
Yeah. Well,
So-
maybe that means this one should be better.
Hopefully, but
I'm trying to look through. I was looking through to see if
Redneck Brawl will be more enjoyable. I'm putting my money on that tomorrow.
So I'm looking through some of these where some of these fights will be. Like I'm trying to see if some of them are listed as one of the pay-per-views. Yeah,
Oh,
Rough
the
and
ones I
Rowdy.
just
Yeah,
took?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I see R&R Grill
Mhm.
and Wallows Knockout Party. So that's So yeah, they're listing it because you remember sometimes those are hard to find.
Yeah.
Even for us.
Yep.
So looking good. Did people over in the side chat? Did anybody? Wow, Touchstone. I ain't seen hair, Hyder Hair and him in forever and a day. What's up? Doing well. Hope you are.
Mm.
It's been forever. I was looking to see what if anybody else had any other. Jim posted here the new Reacher starts next week. That Reacher was I thought was really good. The first season I thought was phenomenal. I thought that was a really good series. I thought the guy that plays Reacher in that was really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was perfect.
Yeah, he was
perfect.
the perfect Reacher. It was a really good thing. So I was looking to see if anybody else had any suggestions of things that they've watched that they would want to suggest, but I don't see any.
I just watched this new show, but it was done by my old office. It's The Unbelievable with hold on 1 second. What can I cancel this? It's called The Unbelievable with Dan Aykroyd. It's a documentary about that was my old studio that did that. So if you want, give it a check out.
That's on my list of stuff to watch.
Yeah, it's on history, and
it's a documentary of sorts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, by the way, Todd, that other one that you recommended about with the animal with the cameras.
Yes, spy in the ocean.
Right, but there's also a bunch of spy ones. So I'll have to point them out to you. They're on
yes.
server.
I'm gonna have to. I'll have to grab those because the students
love.
They've watched a couple episodes.
Yeah.
I mean to tell you that our class, which is sometimes very difficult to get them to sit still. We get that playing, and they're like.
Did you happen to see the one like in the Arctic with like the polar bears and stuff?
I only saw the Spy in the Ocean.
No, okay. Well, they have one in the Arctic, and here go these polar bears playing with the stuff. They had these, which I never knew of, are these parrots that live in the snow in the Arctic, and they made up one, and I couldn't believe this thing. But what they had though for the polar bears, they would actually have, because polar bears, which I never knew, they like making snowballs, and they would make snowballs and roll them and make them bigger. And they had one that rolls out like a ball, like a snowball, and to watch the polar bears go after this thing was hilarious.
Well, I'm gonna check. I do see the Spy in the Wild, so I will need to
there's a couple
take a look at those. I see there's several here.
Yeah.
So I will definitely have to check it because it was that Spy in the Ocean. I was blown away with the robotics.
So was I. Yeah.
Blown away with what they did with robotics. It's I don't know. I sat there and I binged all of them within like a day and a half. We binged the whole series of that. So I will definitely take it. My aunt when she was here visiting, she told me about it. I'm like, check this out. I didn't stop.
Yeah.
Here's that one where you're talking about with a snowball there. It looks like.
Yeah.
I would have never thought in a million years that polar bears made snowballs.
All right. So that's what we got. I'm just looking to see again. I didn't see any other suggestions from folks. Steven here has 30 coins show. He says it's good.
Oh yeah, 30 coins.
So I have not watched that.
I have no idea what that one's about.
I didn't watch it though.
Is that the 2020?
No, I thought there was something new about 30 coins. It could be a movie, maybe.
Well, it's yeah, you're right because it's the second season here. Okay.
Oh, the season. Okay.
That's in Spanish.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I got to read?
Yes.
You
have to do that. Killers of the Flower Moon too. You're gonna have to read some.
I don't mind. It's sometimes. I will say this, and honestly, at times when you're watching a show or a movie, I miss some of the action going on when you're reading too much. Not to say that there aren't really good movies that are subtitled that aren't worth watching, but you will miss, especially in action. You're not watching the action; you're trying to read, and then so you sometimes miss some of the actually acting that's going on. So, all right, 30 coins.
There's another one coming out called Griselda. With what's her name there?
Sofia Varga.
Sofia Varga, yeah.
He's playing that Griselda, the head of the cartel.
Drug lord. Yeah.
Cocaine Cowboys girl.
Okay, Cowboys girl. You just lost me.
Nookie pointed out that Charlie Chaplin. She watched a documentary on Charlie Chaplin. Rough Childhood.
A new one, or they came out a little while back? Because I saw one once before.
Documentary.
Okay,
yeah. There's one that's been played on Showtime for a while. It's just called Chaplin. It's a documentary
Chaplin.
On it. It's good.
Yeah, it was good.
All right. Well, let's get ahead. We're at an hour. We try to keep this show to an hour because since I run Streaming Matters over to 2 hours, try to keep this one at the hour. Let my other one drag on, as Beach would say, because I have talked too damn much. So you've went through the sports going on this weekend. Tonight, is it tonight that the
tonight?
No, I was getting ready to say tonight is the semifinals or the finals for the NBA in-season championship
in-season tourney.
So
I could not tell you.
Yeah, it's either tonight or tomorrow because they did a game. The two games were on last night. So the Lakers and Pacers, maybe for some reason. It's in my head on that. So they play. So if you're a basketball fan, first time ever in mid-season conference that they're what's it, mid-season cup or something is what they call it. So that is on. NFL, of course. College football is on a hold until we get to the bowl games. So that'll be a little bit. They'll be later in the month. And then we got the fights. I'm trying to think in NFL. Trying to think if there was anything else big on the sports side. Can't think of any. All right. All right. So let's see. A Beach is over on my bottom right. So Beach, anything you want to say before we go?
Nope. I'm whatever. Hopefully, I'll have a better movie picked out next time. People will like, screw you.
What about you, Roger? Anything you want to say before we go?
Not too much. As always, thanks for inviting me to be on the show. Had fun, and we'll watch another movie next week.
Awesome. All right, Ollie.
Thanks for everyone coming out. Thanks for all your well wishes. I'll see you guys in VR. If you don't have a VR headset yet, try to steal one at a steal.
They're super cheap right now.
Get it.
Super cheap right now.
Get a Quest 2, not a Quest 3.
Yeah, get the Quest 2 and join us. You will have so much fun.
Yep.
You really it's insane. All right.
I see them on sale all the time for $250 now. All the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you don't need it hooked up to the computer, really. You can just not tethered to your machine, so you can really have a ball with it.
So any of you folks, I don't think I posted the link. So most of the people that are watching our show already have the ability to watch us or join our Telegram chat. So if you're new to watching the show, you may go back a show or two and you'll have find a link to our Telegram room for the Oculus, and you'll be able to join that, where we post links to when we're doing big screen, which it's the best way to watch sports with your friends. It doesn't matter where they are. Your friends can all come together. 15 of your closest friends can be in one room watching the game, enjoying it, and you don't have to worry about getting a DUI driving back home from the sports bar.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks to everyone watching this show. Next week will be Streaming Matters. So thanks for watching us, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right.
The